everybody, I'm Teacher Carrie. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I hope I can help you make the VIPKID application process and teaching process a little bit easier. I love getting to help new teachers get started, so if you are ready to apply, follow my referral link below to get started, and I'll be able to give you personalized coaching as you begin your VIPKID journey. If you've already started your application and you do not have a referring teacher who's coaching you, please send me an email. My email address is below, and I will get you set up as one of my referrals so that I can help coach you through the process. Also, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified of new videos coming your way. Today, we are talking about the demo. When you first apply for VIPKID, you will be asked to submit a demo of your teaching. Now, this demo is super important because they actually base your pay off of this demo. So really put in some work to try to be ready for this demo that you will send them. Below, I will link my teaching tips video. Definitely check that out as you are preparing. This will walk you through some of the most important teaching strategies that you need to be showing in the classroom. So the people reviewing your demo will be looking for you to use these strategies in your teaching. So check out that video for those specific strategies, but those are things that I will be using as I walk through the slides with you today. Some other things to keep in mind for your demo. Make sure that your background is not distracting. Try to be against a wall if you can, and put something up behind you. It doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be elaborate. You don't need to go buy something expensive, but maybe hang something up educational. They are looking for an educational background. That can mean a lot of different things. So if you maybe have an alphabet sign you could put up, or a picture, or anything that you want to put up that will make it a little bit more visually appealing, then that will help you for your demo. Let me show you what I used for my background when I first recorded my demo. I went to Dollar Tree, and when I applied in September. And it was terrible timing to try to go to Dollar Tree for classroom supplies because the teachers had all, wiped it out getting ready for the school year. So my options were super limited. So all I found was a piece of blue poster board and this little fruit border. So I just went with it. I picked this up, I put the border on, and so I didn't have any of this. All I had was this poster board behind me, and I had a little, I can't find it now. I had a little name sign, just something that's like this, that said Teacher Carrie on it. And that was all I had. And I used this I put my reward system. At that time, I was using this ice cream for my reward system. And so I would stick my little scoops of ice cream on here. That was all I had. So if you have a piece of poster board or something you want to put behind you, you can do that. It really is flexible. Just make sure that it's not distracting, that there's not a ton of glare on it from your light, and just make sure there's not, people around. You want something blank behind you and not, all your stuff sitting there. Second, you want to have good lighting. Make sure that your room is light. Make sure it's not shadowy. Especially make sure that there are no big shadows on your face. You want to balance out your light. If you have a window shining in from one side, maybe put a lamp on the other side to help balance out your light. So just make sure there's no big shadows and that the student can see what is on your background. Third is your appearance. You just want to make sure that the shirt you are wearing is a modest cut. It does not have to be orange, but something that looks nice on camera. You don't want any writing or logos or anything on there. Just make sure that it is clean, professional, and looks nice on the screen. Finally, your attitude. Just make sure that you are happy, friendly, warm, inviting. Just keep your attitude upbeat and ready to go. You also need to have a reward system that you introduce in your demo. So this can be anything. It doesn't need to be elaborate. It can be very, very simple. My reward system that I use now is these stars. Now, when you are in a real teaching classroom, you will always be awarding the students stars. So what I've done to just simplify my reward system is I give everybody these little gold stars at the same time that I give them the star in the teaching program. So when I click the star, I say, you get a star. And when I would introduce it, I just tell them that when you do a good job, you get a star. So that's an option that I've just found super simple. I take these and I can stick them up on my background. Usually I put them straight like that. You do not have to have the reward visible at all times anymore. So that's not a requirement, although it's nice. So if you want to do something where the student can see their rewards, it is fun for them to be able to track their progress. But it has to be something that when you give the reward, you can at least hold it up and show them so that they see that they are getting a reward. When I did my demo, I used ice cream. So when you do a good job, you get ice cream. And I had these little scoops of ice cream and a cone, and I had more scoops back then. Now I just use it to decorate. But I would, as they would do a good job, I would hold up a scoop and I would have the cone on my background and I would put it up there. That's a fun one. Everybody loves ice cream. You could have anything though. You could have a cup and some marbles and say, when you do a good job, you get a marble in the cup. It doesn't have to be super exciting, just something to make it fun for them. You also need to make sure as you record your demo that you are pausing adequately for the student to respond. They will mark points off for your demo if you are speaking too quickly when you are asking the student to respond. So as I say a word and I wait for my student to respond, just make sure that you are saying the sentence or the word again in your head very slowly with some pauses to make sure you give plenty of time for the student to answer, to think about it and to answer. So if I was trying to tell them, I see a ball. Good. Make sure you're pausing, for it will feel like you are waiting too long. It will feel awkward at first as you're recording it. But as you get going, make sure you don't forget about pausing. Okay, so let's get to the slides. So slide number 1, and I'm looking at my computer under you, so that's why I'm looking down. Slide number 1 is just the picture of interview and demo. So just skip over that for now. Your next slide is the objectives for this lesson. Look at this so that you can familiarize yourself with what you are trying to teach. It's so much better to think about what you're trying to teach rather than trying to copy how somebody else teaches it. So it's so great and helpful to watch videos like this as you prepare to get an idea of how other teachers would teach it. But don't try to copy them, because you'll be thinking so much about what did so-and-so do on this slide that you won't be yourself, and your teaching will suffer from that. So watch the videos to get familiar with different teaching techniques, but then let them translate into your own teaching style. Make sure that you know what you are trying to teach so that you can do it in your own way. So, lesson objectives for this lesson, you see vocabulary. Feelings, feel, happy, sad, angry. Those are the 5 things, vocabulary, that you are trying to teach in this lesson. So make sure you do that. Sentence patterns that you are teaching. You want to teach them to answer the question, how do you feel? They need to learn to answer with, I feel happy, I feel sad, I feel angry. Those are the sentence patterns that you are trying to teach. So you need to make sure that you are using these sentence patterns. Don't teach them to say, I am happy. That's not the objective. The objective is, I feel happy. Make sure you remember that. For phonics, you're teaching them to blend words ending in egg. So those are your objectives. So let's go on to the next slide. This is your welcome slide. So this is where you will open up and you will begin your teaching. So this is how I would do the welcome slide. This is just where you're introducing yourself, building rapport with the student. Hello! My name is Teacher Carrie. What is your name? Hello, Riley. My name is Riley. Good. Riley, how old are you? I am 5 years years old? Good. That's all you have to do on that slide. You need to introduce yourself, ask their name, and ask one other question. You can ask how old are you or how are you, it doesn't matter, but make sure that you're asking one follow-up question after asking their name. Also, this is a good time to start introducing full sentences. It's difficult when you're doing a demo because you don't have a real student to be responding to. So just remember in your mind that you should be correcting some complete sentences. VIPKID wants to teach students to respond in complete sentences every time. So if I asked her, what is your name? There's a good chance she would just say Riley. And then I would say, good, my name is Riley. Here comes my helper. What is your name? My name is Ollie. Yeah. Good job. So make sure that you're finding opportunities to show them that you're listening for full sentences. Even though there's not a real student with you, imagine that one, they are making mistakes. So make sure that you are adding some places where you're maybe correcting a mistake, and check out my teaching tips video for learning positive correction. And then make sure that you are helping them to learn these full sentence patterns. After you've introduced yourself, ask them those follow-up questions. You can ask them, or first you can circle the title of the lesson if you want. My feelings. Feelings. Go ahead and introduce your TPR for feelings. Say, my feelings. Good. And then you can ask them, are you ready? Let's go! Moving on to the next slide, this is your reward system. This is where you'll introduce your reward system. You do not have to use the one on here, but you can. The one on this slide is that the monkey gets a banana. If you want to do that, you can. But you can also just introduce your own reward slide or your own reward system here. For me, I would be using my stars, and I would say, when you do a good job, you get a star. That's all you have to do on this slide. Just introduce whatever the reward system is that you will be using in your lesson. Now make sure as you're teaching that you remember to use this reward. There's so many things that you're thinking about, you might forget. So just be reminding yourself that you need to give these rewards out. If you introduce it and then don't use it, that's gonna reflect badly on you. All right, next slide. This is your warm-up slide. So this is just where you're kind of getting the student to have a little fun and get ready for the lesson. So you can read this, you can make it like a little song, you can do however you want to do it, but you want to get the student to be repeating this. So I would say, I have my little, I made these actually for my demo, little faces. So you can grab something like this if you want to help you out. So I would say, when I am sad, I feel like crying. Good. When I feel angry, I look this way. Good. When I feel happy, I smile all day. Good. Good job. Moving on to the next slide, you'll see at the top right corner, it will tell you that this is a review slide. So that means they've already learned this material. You are not teaching it for the first time. So keep that in mind. You don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this. They should know it. So what you're reviewing is you're reviewing the sound that the letter M makes and helping them to choose which words start with the letter M. So I drew this. This would just be on the screen if I was really doing it, but I wanted to show you being able to draw on it. So just imagine that this is the screen in front of you. So you don't have to draw it on the whiteboard, just do it on the screen. So we would go to this slide, say M. Good. Good, very good. Whoops, forgot my puppet. Mouse. 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 Yes, good. Circle, mouse. Good. Mouse. Good. Elephant. Good. Elephant. Elephant. Good. No. No. Very good. Monkey. Monkey. Yes, good. Circle, monkey. Good, monkey. Good job. Next is your phonics slide. So here we are blending initial sounds with the ending egg. So there's a couple ways that you can help your student with this. One is using your whiteboard. So we would do B, B. Good. B, B. Egg. Good. B, egg. B, egg. Bag. Good. O. O. Good. Yes, egg. Good. O, egg. Good. Yes, good job. O, egg, leg. Good. I like to model for them and then slowly allow them to try blending themselves. So you can show some of that progression that you maybe do the first one for them and with them, and then on the next one they might be able to do it themselves. Most of the kids are really good at blending. Another way that you can do phonics is with your hands. You might want to show on the whiteboard first, and then if you have enough time and you want to do it again, you can do B, egg, B, egg, bag. You could circle on the screen. You could circle, sometimes I'll circle the letter and wait for them to give me the sound. So, good. Leg. Very good. Next, we're getting into vocabulary. So this is where we're teaching sad, happy, angry. And you're teaching the sentence pattern, I feel blank. So you could start by, you want to look at the words in the bright red are the words that you're focusing on. Those are your vocabulary words. So I might circle the word feelings at the top. I would say it by itself first. Feelings. Good. You can maybe repeat it twice too to introduce the word and then use it in the sentence. I have many feelings. Good. Circle sad. 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 I feel sad. Good. I feel sad. Good. Circle happy. 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 Good. I feel happy. I feel happy. Good. Good. Circle angry. 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 Yes, I feel angry. Very good. On the next slide, you're teaching them to use those sentences that they just learned to answer questions. So this is a good place to pull out a puppet if you have one to help you with role play. You also have on the screen, you have them doing a role play situation. But having a puppet does help with your props. You want to have enough props. So this is a good way to do it. So I could say, Mr. Monkey.
Yeah, that's definitely a mouse.
Hi, Mr. Monkey. Hello. Mr. Monkey, how do you feel? I feel happy. Good. And then circle on the screen. How do you feel? Circle, I feel angry. And you might have to model for them again. I feel angry. Good. And circle on the other side. How do you feel? And circle the sentence you want them to say. Good. I feel happy. This is where it's so important to be using that TPR. So you're wanting to help them to make the sentence by using the motions that you taught them to pair with it. Instead of just asking them, how do you feel? And waiting for them to answer, you ask them, how do you feel? Yes, you give them those tools to be able to answer. Next, we have an activity slide. So this is where you want them to hopefully be drawing a line to the correct feeling of angry or happy. So I would be doing this on the screen, but I'll just draw something similar to show you. So here, I would start by circling the words and saying them. Angry. Happy. Good. Angry or happy? Good. Angry. Draw a line. You'll probably have to show them draw a line because you haven't done this before. So draw a line for them to help model. Draw a line. Good. Angry or happy? Good. Angry. Yes. Good. Draw a line. Good. Yes. Good. Yes. Very good. Good job. Now, I just realized that I did not give any of my rewards on this demo. So make sure that you don't do that. See, it's easy to get focused on what you're doing and you forget to add the reward. So make sure that as you're going through, you can do it every slide if you want, but you say, good job, you get a star. Yay, very good. The next slide is your goodbye slide. So when you get to the goodbye slide, if you have a reward left, you can Good job! You get a star! You did such a good job today. I will see you next time. Good job. Bye! And that's it. That's the end of your demo. Remember to use my link below to apply so that I can give you one-on-one coaching as you continue. Also, send me an email if you're still looking for a referring teacher to help you through the process. Make sure you like my video and subscribe to my channel so that you can see my future teacher videos. Thanks for watching. Good luck!